Well, good morning and welcome to Mary Gun Fun's private video for you. Thank you so much for buying these Taste of Summer paper pack and stamp set. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it throughout the years, but I wanted to give you a little jump start and give you an idea on how to use it. Namely, this little teapot card that I designed about, I think I designed it in 2012, 13, something like that. And this was the original with the and it was with the Dottie stamp or paper set, which I truly loved, and I still hoard it as a few pieces that I have. And I think about using it every once in a while, but then I think of something else. So this time we're going to be using it with the Taste of Summer, which I probably will hoard a package of paper too. And I will think about it in the future and think of using it, but then I'll probably think of something else. So what we're going to do is you have the instructions, and hopefully they're correct, all the how-to pieces and all the sizes that you need. You're definitely going to make this easier, faster, and simpler. You're going to want to use your Art Philosophy cartridge. And in here, I've got a couple of things that will make it much easier. We're going to start with this guy, and that's the card. And since it's got the fold and everything in there, you don't have to worry so much about what sizes and whatnot. So go ahead and follow your instructions. Oh, golly, I hope they're right. But if they're not, they're basically start with 4 inches and then you go down 1/4 of an inch each time. And then this one I had wrong. I did correct it. And it was, it's 2 1/4 and it goes down to 2. This is a punch. These are cut out. I think I have them all there, and this was a punch also. I did have this option on your list of instructions on using that instead of the handle. And I do put the handle on the fold side, except in this case, since I did it upside down, the fold's on the opposite side, because generally a fold is on the left side, but this is left and upside down. So I'm going to think harder this time, and this is going to be our base. It's a 4-inch circle card. Okay, and then I cut everything ahead of time, and so this one is not a 4-inch. This page went, but this is 3 1/2. So I cut that wrong too. This should. Oh, I know why. This goes underneath it. The white mat goes underneath, just like so. And I'm going to go ahead and stick that on. I'm kind of paranoid because I'm thinking I'm going to do it wrong. You know what happened though this morning? I did it wrong last night, and this morning, you know what happened? The sun came up. Life didn't stop. It's not that easy. Okay, so we've got the fold on this side that's going to open this way. Yep, we're fine. We're upside down, but we're fine. Someday, when I'm a big girl, I'll have a camera over this corner so I don't have to worry about that. Now we're going to add, okay, so this one's backwards. We're going to add the handle, which is going to be on that side, and we're going to add the spout, which I'm going to do very scientifically. I have a scrap of black cardstock here, and I'm just going to cut. Give you dimensions for those that like dimensions. And I'm going to make this one a little fatter because I think they're cute fat. Cute little fat things. And then we're going to add that just about like that. If you want to make it pouring, I guess you could make it down like that and have it stick down. I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive. Here's our fold. It's going to open this way. It's going to be fine. And then we're going to add this guy. That looks more like Mrs. Potts in that movie, that Disney thing. And then we're going, this was my handle that I used here, and how I made it was I did 2-inch scallop, cut off the edge, grabbed another punch, and just punched that bad boy out. So he's kind of chunky, actually. We're just going to put that inside, and then I needed a super glue guy body the other day, so I didn't have any. I don't know what happened to his original super glue guy body. This is just going to line up so that it's going to be, there's your fold. It's just going to kind of follow that fold. Now we got this little guy, and it is 3.5 inches, and or you can do it this side. Got a little trunk taken out by the Mr. Cricket. Okay, and then all we're going to do is follow one of these lines of circles and cut it the top off, and that's going to go at the top. This is going to go at the bottom, just like so. See, there you go. Okay, let's add a little bit of adhesive to this guy. See, this goes together pretty fast, and then you can assemble the, you know, if you had a tea party coming up, don't have, like, I wouldn't suggest 50 people, but if you wanted to have a little tea party with some girlfriends, I know nobody has time for it, but boy, howdy, wouldn't that be, I've done it before and made time, and it was really fun. I highly suggest a little tea party, but you could so make these and just cut more than one out at a time, and it's kind of, you know, do all the bottoms, do them all at the same time. That's how I would suggest it. Okay, and I also, oh, I should have done that differently, but that's okay. I also added a little ruby sponging, and on the back of, somewhere on the back of that side, there's some ruby sponging too. But it's not, I didn't cut it right, so, oh my goodness, I think the sun will come up. And then we need to find that black again. I had to cut out a couple pieces of black. There goes my ruby sponge. I cut out a couple pieces of black strip here to do a little punch. And I think that's a little fat, but it was better to have a little fatter to do the punching on. I'm just going to cut it across. It doesn't have to be perfect. And super glue guy is going to come to my rescue again. His head, you will notice this is not his head. His head is in storage with the other super glue guy props in a secret location near the Bat Cave. Okay, I'm going to go put that off the edge just a little bit. Whoops, come on, stick. And then just trim it to fit that curve. Boop. I can't tell if it's straight. I don't think it is, but it's, oh, I'm sorry, engineer types. Then we've got this base. Now the base is kind of important. Oh, you know what? You can go ahead and do that on the other side too. And that way it will look prettier. Do that. I didn't do it last night, but in the bright sunshiny morning, I think it's a good idea to do the back. I think it will add a lot. If you did a 20 or 50 teapot invitations, not so hot, but for this one, let's do it. Then, oh, here comes the person. I'm closing the door. No entrada. And then on the back, we'll just, I cut the wrong thing, but it's kind of a cool look, so I'm going to stick with it. And then just, I think it'd probably be better if they look the same, but it's okay. And if you want to cut the lid off too, that's okay too. I didn't. There's so many little nuances that you can do. Oh, here comes a package from close to my heart. Thank you. Such a ham. Okay, so this was the wrong cut, but since I had such precious little paper, I went ahead and used it. So there, that's not very pretty, but there it is. And then we'll take this little piece of white cardstock and roughly cut a center. If you want to do it better, you can, and we're going to put that for our base. It does, you know, when I suggested this on, if you have a pencil, you can kind of see where you want to put it. Flip it over and just sketch a little bit of a pencil line in there so you know where to put the adhesive. And that, because you don't want it all over everywhere, because it will stick to your lace tablecloth for your tea party. That's the back, this is the front. Okie doke. I'm going to put this down here, but I'm going to flip it over to see where it goes. Okay, basically you want to, I'm up above this, and let me just kind of look at when I'm getting it right. It's got to be wonky in proportion to my wonky top. So that's all you're going to do on that. You're just going to, and you're going to have a smaller piece that's going to be 1/4 of an inch smaller. Cut that. If you want to be more precise, you're welcome to. If you want, this should probably have some. Oh, I dropped that in the trash. Here we go. I think I probably have enough ruby on here. I do. Oh, did you hear my stomach? And then don't go in the trash. That's going to go right there. So come here, super glue guy. Ooh, sponge poop. If this is your first time for a Mary Gun Fun video, welcome. I don't have anything, I can't apologize. There's that. And then on the back, we'll take the other half, and mostly what you want to do is make sure it lines up with that bottom piece, because that's going to make it stand up. I love stand-up cards. I love stand-up people. I think I'm into standing up. I'm standing up right now, which I usually do when I craft. Okay. That's just for the glue placement. Loot. Super glue guy. They should have a song. Super glue guy. Woo. And then we'll put it on the back. Just make sure it lines up with the other, so it will stand up like a little chimp. And then, gosh, my blade, I tell you, it's a chomper. But that's not a technical thing that I do well. Okie doke. Super glue guy. Lots of sponge poop. When you can't think what to do, call super glue guys. There we go. And so you've got the back, and you could do a lid. Okay, so we're going to put the lid knobber. Very scientific term. We're going to add the. Also, you can do the same thing with that, so you get that in the right place. Flip, flip, flip. Not so hot. Super glue guy, where'd you go? You flying here in fine flow. I like how the glue will come out. It sticks well, you never pout. Super glue guys. Super glue guys. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Super glue guys. And then we have a little tiny one, 1/4 of an inch smaller, to go on top. Did I say thank you for purchasing things? Those paper pack and stamp set? I think I did. Here you go. Look how cute that is. Then we're going to add a 2-inch scallop to the front. Super glue guys. I think I've got it. So many ideas. And then we'll put that about here. And then I've got I think it's in the instructions how big that black mat is. You know that when you're typing instructions and you write mat, it doesn't correct you if you put an N at the end, an E at the end, and you put mate. Attach the mate. Doesn't. I guess that's okay if you're in Australia. Super glue guys. Some other good things that I do when that doesn't get corrected. Oh man, and it does correct now for fun. It does say FUNN in capitals. That's gonna go right there. I did grab an old button. And I know I've got some glue dots. Look how fast it's going together. Once you get the pieces all fixed up, and if you know you're doing them, you don't have to think, and you're fine. There's that one. I did bring another dot. There we go. I don't know. I don't think I love it. I'm wondering if there might, I don't know, right? We need to add this one on the back, don't we? Super glue guys. And the knob on the back should also line up the knob on the front. Get your knobs in order, ladies. Oh, gosh, I'm starting to stick. And we can, yep, knobs are lined up. Except my pencil. Actually, that pencil line should show, and then I should be able to just erase it with my groovy. If you don't have kneaded erasers, if you've never used one, they are the best. There's the knobber on the back with the, I'll also do the same thing here. I think I said that on the instructions, to do the spout on the front and back. And there you go, it stands up. Then on the inside, you can add some white. This is also 3 3/4. Because it's hard to write on black. You could add a knobber on that too, in the pretty, so you don't have to see that ugly. That might be a really good idea. And then you'll want to erase. I don't think my eraser's over here. It's me. And you can add some. You could add some pretties, or you could add, and some other ideas. You could add a, well, that one's a little big now, isn't it? But you could add a tea bag. I did hear at the tea market there is a strawberry tea, so that would be real cute. You can, I think it's teamarket.com, and you could get some to add to this. I don't know if it would fit or not. Oh, looky there, the knobber's not straight. Quick, to the rescue. Hurry. Line your knobber. Ladies, line, there we go. I think that's better. Okay. You know, you could have a little heart hanging from here. That would be really sweet. You could add some more. You could add a little lace. You could add a little doily underneath there. Oh, those would all be so cute. You could add a teeny little tiny piece of doily there, or lace. I don't know what else you could do, but I know you could do some more things. So you could add some, well, that's red to that, but you could have a little thing there. That's too red. You could add some sequins. Whoops, there goes something. You could add some flamingo dots. I'm not sure which one. Maybe that one. Maybe that one would be good. Let's try it. It's pretty subtle. Oh, it's pretty stickums. Pretty subtle, but it does add something. And then we've got some pixie twine. That would make kind of a pretty little, maybe let's try a little teeny bow. If you want to turn it off now, I'm just exploring. Anyway, I do thank you for dropping in. I do appreciate being on your fun list. There you go. Oh, well, we may have to think about that one. That may be a little too chunky. If I see that right side up, I don't know. What do you think? Maybe up here? I don't know. We're going to have some consultation. I'm done. I hope you make a bunch of these. I would suggest using a 5x7 envelope, and be sure when you put it in, it works pretty well if you put a piece of chipboard on the back side. If you put the chunky side on the back of the envelope and put chipboard on there, and be sure to address it before because it's real hard to write with stuff. Also, it's going to be extra postage because it's going to be chunky. Unless you do it flat, and then you're good. You're aces. You're golden. You can do whatever you want. This is your project, not mine. But I do appreciate you letting me be a part of it. Have a fun day. Look at that little mess. Bye.